Okay, this is what's going to be on the test tomorrow. Make sure I'm going to go over the ones we star in class together. Okay, B, this will be on your test, guys. Okay, for the following problems, classify each as one solution, no solution, infinite solution. Explain why each one is the way it is as it relates to the problem situation. Okay, an equation for Samuel have jogged 2 miles and continues to jog, have jogged, and continued to jog 3 miles per hour. Okay, so Samuel is y equals 3 times the number of hours plus the 2 miles that he's already jogged. Compare that to, this is Samuel. Okay, compare that to this other person. Well, this other person also jogged 3 miles per hour, but have already jogged 9 miles. So, this will be no solution because they both jogged at a rate of 3 miles per hour. MPH, we'll just put MPH. So because they both jog, so the rate of change is the same, 3 miles per hour. And they both start at different, start, or you can put, if you put the Y-intercept is different, that's fine too. If you don't understand that this is where this already jogged 9 miles, this is already 2, you can put, and the Y-intercept is different. I will accept that also. Okay? On tomorrow's test. Alright, most of you said you know how to do this. Solve it for the rate of change. Compare. You can tell me what the graph is doing. No solution. No solution. Samuel, I need to put here. Oh my gosh, no solution. Samuel, no solution. Samuel, and the other person will never meet. Okay, that's important. Okay, I said I would do this one. Most of you know how to do this. Just want to make sure, even though we didn't mark it off. Still, 2 negative is a positive, p to the 12. This is a 1. 7 to the negative 2. You can't solve that yet. You need to keep this on top. P to the 12 over 7 squared. So p to the 12 over 49. Same thing, right? Okay, B. Okay, B is this. Distribute that. Z to the 8th power. That. Y to the negative 8. That's a 1. 3 to the negative 2. Okay. Alright, then you do this. 3 to the 1, y to the 6th, z to the 4th. Alright. The 3 have the same base, so you have to add them. 3 to the 1st, add negative 2. Y to the 6th plus negative 8. Z to the 4 plus 8. So your answer is 3 to the negative 1, y to the negative 2, and z to the 12. So these two have negative exponents, so they're going to be at the bottom. So your answer, final answer, is 3 to the first, y to the second at the bottom. This is positive, it goes on top to the numerator. And then 1 can be invisible. Oops, not the whole thing. The 1 can be invisible, and that's your answer. Okay, now this one, some of you wanted me to do this one, the same thing, but because these are different, you don't multiply them, you don't combine them. So you get 6gf to the negative 2 and 5 to the negative 2, and then you combine and put the other one in, 4 times f to the 4th and g to the 3rd. So you get f to the 4th plus a negative 2, g to the 3rd right here, and g plus the 6th. And then 4 is different than the 5 to the negative 2. Different base. So, okay, which one stays on top? All right, which one stays on top? 4 stays on top. This is going to be positive, stays on top. This is going to be positive, stays on top. F to the 2nd, g to the 9th, and goes on bottom, 5 to the 2nd. This can be solved further to 25. So 4, f to the 2nd, g to the 9th, and over 25. Okay, this type. This basically is this. Let's take the y. Get rid of that one. Oops, sorry. That one. It's a minus a negative 2. So it's a plus plus. So that becomes a 1, y to the 2nd. Okay, we got the y done. Let's go to the x. X, they're the same. Cross them out. They become a 1, 1. Okay, next one. 16 over 24 can be divided by 8. 8 into 16 is 2 times. 8 into 24 is 3 times. So your answer is 2, 3, y to the 2nd. Okay? Do the same here. Make sure you y minus negative 3, add, okay? So it's y to the 3rd. That's an invisible 1. Oh, that's 4, y to the 4th. And that's a 1 on top. We're done with the y. Go to the p. Okay, again, get rid of the smaller one, minus a negative 4, so plus plus. So you get p to the 7th, and the bottom one right here is a 1. And then 10 over 6, divide by 2, 5 over 3. Okay, and then you solve this. So it's 5p to the 7th, 3y to the 4th. That's your final answer. Okay, now this is on the test. Alexis babysits for 2 family. Mr. and Mrs. Cox pays her $4 an hour per hour plus a $40 bonus. Each month to babysit for their daughter, Mia. Mr. and Mr. Stephen pays Alexis $8 an hour to babysit for their children, Jonathan and Beth. Okay, so $8 an hour. We're not sure if this is X or not. Alexis has a goal of to earn this much, so it has to equal to that, right? That's her goal. Let X represents the number of hours Alexis worked for the Cox. So look for Cox. Hour is X. Let Y represent the number of hours Alexis worked for the Stevens. So this is Y times Y. Write an equation to express how she can meet her goal by babysitting for two families. Okay, so 4x plus 40, and this is 8y. That's an equation. If you can do that, that's 4 points. Another part is to graph it. It didn't say to write it in slope-intercept form. It just says write an equation. All right? We wrote an equation. The test may ask you some other ways. Okay, I'm going to use x and y-intercept to graph. X represents hours Alexis worked for who? The Cox. Y represent Alexis worked for the Stephen. Okay, and then I'm going to use x and y-intercept to graph this. You can solve it and use slope-intercept form, but it may be too big, believe me. Maybe, maybe not. But I'm going to use x and y-intercept. X-intercept means there's no y, but leave this here, leave the 40 there. Okay, so 40x plus 40, 120, minus 40, 80, x is 20 hours. So x is 20, so 20, 0. Y-intercept, okay, y-intercept, you're just crossing out this x, okay? You're just not taking the x. You have to take this 40 with it. Have to do that. 40 plus 8y equals 120. Minus 40. 80. Y is 10. Okay. So 0, 10. We're numbered by 1. Let's go up to 20, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. That's my x-intercept. My y-intercept is 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There we go. All right. No one asked about parallel and perpendicular slope. Make sure it's opposite. Make sure you know how to explain. It's opposite and reciprocal. The word opposite and reciprocal. I need you to identify the slope here and the perpendicular slope here. And then write an equation and explain why. It's perpendicular. All right, number 7. First, you need to know how to set it up. Set it up like it's congruent. These are acute angles, so they are congruent. So we set it up congruent. Okay. Minus x, 10 equals to x minus 30. Add 30. X equals to 40. Okay, in place of x you put 40. 40 plus 10, this is 50 degrees. Vertical angles are congruent. Alternate interior congruent. The other one has to be 130 because it's 180. Okay, that's how you do that. These two are congruent, you guys, so you set it up congruent. Okay, number 9 was the other question. You want to order boxes of Snicker bars through the mail from raw student stores. Eat more, charge this much for 20 bucks. So 20 bucks for $129. 30 bucks for $174. X sub 1, Y sub 1, X sub 2, Y sub 2. And this is eat more, right? Eat. We'll just put the word eat here. Eat more. Okay. Hold on, charge a flat fee. So I'll use another color. Hold on. Charge a flat fee of $7.50 per box. Per means times. Box is X. Hold on. Is that equation? Write an equation for each company. Total cost for each order and define a variable. Okay, X represents the number of boxes of candy. And Y represents the cost in dollar. Then find the solution and explain what's the solution mean. Okay, we need to find what is the solution. The solution means both company charged the same amount for this many boxes of Snicker candy. Okay, first we got this equation. We need to find this other equation. So Y minus Y sub 1 equals to M parentheses X minus X sub 1. Y minus 129. We don't know M yet. Let's find M. Minus Y sub 1 over X sub 2 minus X sub 1. Y sub 2 is 174 minus 129 over 30 minus 20. So 10. Is it 35? 45? Right? Yeah. Yep, 45. Come on. So divide by 5, you get 9 over 2. So the rate of change is 9 over 2. $9 for every 2 candy bars. Okay, so you get Y minus 129 equals 9 over 2X minus 90. At 129. Y equals 9 over 2X plus 39. Okay. Use substitution. So you put substitution. Take this. Substitute that problem into there. Okay, let's do that. 7.50x equals to 9 over 2x plus 39. rid of the 2. (15x) equals to 9x plus 78. Okay, minus 9x. You get 6x. X equals to 13. Okay, so you sell 13 boxes, right? $13 of candy. Okay. So you take 13 boxes to another color. 750 multiplied by 13 boxes of candy. You'll get your other answer. So 13 box for how many dollars? Okay, get a calculator. 13 times 750 times 13. $97.50. Okay. For 13 boxes, both places will charge for 13 boxes of candy both eat more and hold on will charge $97.50. So it does not matter which company you choose at this point. Okay, period. Okay, and then we did all the other ones. Oh, someone wanted me to do this again. Okay, first you take this answer equals to -4. This is two questions. The square root of 64, and the other one is the square root of y to the 6. Square root of 64 is 8. Square root of y to the 6. Square root of y to the 6 is y to the 3rd. 3 groups. 1. You got 6 of them, right? Got 1, 2, 3 groups. 3 groups. Nothing's left, so you multiply that. Y to the 3rd, and that's your answer. Okay? Hope that helps.